Now, I thought this was obvious, but maybe not. And if you're a beginner to day trading, apparently I should cover this because, and this all comes from, I should note, a comment that I got on another YouTube video. And it wasn't really the comment itself that got me, but it was the fact that at the time when I took the screenshot, 5 people had already liked it. And I thought, okay, maybe there's a video need here because I'm not quite sure why that amount of people, and who knows, maybe it's more than that, liked a comment with the general implications that it has. So let me get to this comment and then I'll take you through what actual day trading is, what our job as a day trader needs to be, what our focus, what our overall, generally speaking, idea is, because like I said, I thought this was kind of obvious, but I guess it's not. So let's get to this comment first. So as you see, how do you expect anyone to join you when you say, I have no idea what is going to happen? Basically, wait a second, Clay, you don't know what's going to happen? Why would anybody sign up for your services? Why would anybody invest in your learning program when you just said you don't know what's going to happen? Well, I thought that was the obvious part. Apparently, like I said, it's not. But nobody knows what's going to happen with a trade, with an investment. Now, if you have inside information, then yeah, you have a very, 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 very high, knowledge of what's probably going to happen. But even with inside information, who knows? The market might just do something totally different. But that's kind of a moot point because inside information is illegal. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want you to go to jail. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, yeah, you can go get inside information and that'll work out. But we're not going to go down that pathway. And I realize that from a sales pitch perspective, it is easy to sit there and somehow, maybe not say it flat out, but imply, hey, I know what's going to happen. Follow my system, follow my strategy. I know what's going to happen. You're going to, look at all this money I've made. That's because I know. No. Now, I'm not saying those people don't make money, but to just say, follow my process and because, I know what's going to happen. Easy sell pitch. Yeah, absolutely. But that's not the reality of the matter. And the reality of the matter is what I want to get at this video is as a beginner day trader, or really swing trader, and this isn't necessarily just for stock, this could be for any financial market out there. What is our actual job as a day trader? So really it's a very straightforward sequence. There's us as a day trader, and then we want to, make a trade. But there's something in between here. So what are we trying to accomplish? Well, the first thing straight off is right here, no. That's not going to happen. That's not our goal as a day trader. There is no way to know what is going to play out, what a stock, what options, what a Forex pairing is going to do. That's just not the reality of the matter. And if that is your criteria, is, well, I have to know what the price is going to do, I'm not quite sure what to tell you. You don't have a proper understanding of what a day trader's actual job is supposed to be about. And the actual job of a day trader is this. At the end of the day, everything is one big guess. But the idea here is what's going on underneath this. So yeah, everything is definitely a guess, but we don't want it to just be some random guess. We don't want it to be some, hey, you know what? This is a casino. Everything's totally random. Let's just roll the dice. And hey, wherever it lands, that's basically my guess. That's not the type of guess I'm talking about. I'm talking about a logical guess, right? Something where you're like, okay, I can see why you would be guessing in that way. Some people would call it an educated guess. That's a good word too. I like the word irrational guess. Meaning, okay, yeah, I can see that's rational. Yeah, and because of that rationale that you're using, that flows into a very logical thought process, which makes for an educated guess. I get it. Okay, so because you have those, I'm going to make the trade. But at the core, what is it? Still, you got to admit that it is just the guess. So that brings up, okay, Clay, I get it. You don't want a random guess. You don't want some sort of just, gambling type guess. And the type of guess you want is logical. It needs to be educated. It needs to be rational. But okay, well, how do you develop all these? Which is a very wise question. And I've done videos on this in the past, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. But you need, there's tools out there that are available. And let me get to the tools, I guess, first. So the tools that I use, and I'm not saying that you have to use these, but would be mainly for the day trading, is charts. Notice technical charts. So if you ever watch any of my live trade videos, the things that maybe you think looks like the matrix. That's a technical chart. And then level 2s. And level 2s, again, are just, they're tools that are showing you, they're tools that are giving you more information and, to help you, what? Not know, help you make a rational, educated, logical guess. And this is what trading is all about. Trading is all about guessing and realizing it's a guess, right? If you think that you know something that you don't, okay? You just realize that our job is not to know what is going to play out. Our job is to guess, not randomly guess, but it's got to be logical, it's got to be educated, it's got to be rational. And you do that using tools to have, for charts and level 2s. So again, to circle back to that tools point, so because sometimes people get this confused. Oh, by using these tools, I'm actually going to know, because I'm not just like throwing a dart, I'm using tools. But even with the tools don't get you up to knowing. The tools are just a way to form a certain type of guess. So don't also go to the other end where I've seen every now and then, and at least that part makes sense. We're like, well, because I'm not just throwing a dart and randomly choosing something, because I'm using tools, then I'm going to know. And I can see that, but still, at the end of the day, the tools are not at all guaranteeing you to actually know anything. We are just guessers. That's all you got to do. Even when you cross the street, that is a guess. You take your data, you look both ways, there's no cars coming. You know what? I'm guessing right now is a good time. But who knows? I suppose, I don't know, a plane could fall out of the sky and crash on you, and you still got hit by crossing the street. But you're taking a very logical, educated, rational guess by looking both ways, not seeing any vehicles coming, and then deciding to cross the street. And that's all that trading is too. Risk management. You hear that in trading? That's our job, is risk management. And a big part of risk management is taking these logical, educated, rational guesses. So please don't go out there thinking, I hope at least one of those 5 people that like that comment sees this video. It's not about knowing what's going to happen. That's impossible. It's about guessing and taking educated guesses. And you take these guesses by using the proper tools out there. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, hopefully majority of you are like, Clay, I can't believe I watched this video. I know that. Well then, bravo, because as you saw at the beginning of the video, apparently some people don't know this. And if I can even just help one of those people out, then I'll consider this a mission accomplished. Now, if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the actual idea, like I said, I can see some of you saying, yes, Clay, I know you don't actually get out there and know for sure how something is going to move. There's no guarantees in the market. Like I said, so if you enjoy the general idea of me trying to help those people that don't know, I guess hit that like button, leave a comment, suggestion, question down below. Then also check out the channel as a whole, like I said, especially the live trading playlist that I have. You'll see both charts and level 2s in work. And at the end of the day, you'll see me guessing, because that's what I'm doing in those live trade videos. And I have no idea admitting that, yes, I am guessing, but everybody else is guessing too, whether or not they really tell you or if they're trying to imply that they know what's going to happen. It is just a guess, and it's just got to be an educated guess. So get out there, make good guesses, make logical guesses, and make sure you're using the proper tools that you feel comfortable with so that you can put together solid trade plans that are, like I said, not random guesses, but highly educated guesses. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.